Here I am.
Hey John, what's up?
Not much. I got the blue music note strap done for Anthony. I
Yeah, I
doing the
see
blue.
that. That looks really, really sharp. That's awesome.
I posted a photo of myself with plant, and I've got the red music note strap all done. Here's the red. Here's the red one all done.
That's great. Yeah, I saw a picture with that on
Facebook.
Facebook.
Francisco
Yeah,
even liked that too.
that's great.
I'm trying to decide what song I should do first with this. Um,
Hmm.
Either Papa Caliente or Princess of the Sea with the blues music note strap on the blue acoustic, or the
Mhm.
wheels of the bus from Racing to the Rainbow, or Huddle 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 the football song,
Yeah, it's a tough decision, but I think you can do it.
or Papa Caliente. I'm gonna I also got the light blues. I got the light blue chef coat here. Here's my light blue chef coat. Here's the light blue chef coat that came last week.
I see that, and it looks awesome.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna enjoy wearing this a lot more than the darker one.
Hmm.
Have you got the? Are you still wearing those glasses because you need more help seeing?
Yep. Right now, my I got a couple projects I'm working on right now. A couple of birthday videos. Um, One of them is for Corey's mom, Allie, and I'll be doing a dancing video for her birthday for October, and I'll be doing Taba Naba from 2000, from the year 2000, or from Wiggly Wiggly World.
I got the DVD too.
Yeah, I got the DVD, and pretty soon I'm gonna be doing another update very soon
You
too,
got the
because
VHS? You got the
no, I
VHS?
don't got no, I don't got the VHS. I got the DVD, but
No, you don't
recently,
remember this. I posted on DeviantArt.
no, I haven't been on DeviantArt recently, so I didn't look at that. But
The
that is a really
John,
good book.
the John Wiggles and Mickey. I recreated the pose from Live at Disneyland. And do you
Hmm.
also remember this?
Now I did see that. I did see that. Now that is a very good photo.
Me as the John Young Wiggles holding the animated Wiggles in their hands.
So accurate. It's great looking.
I'm gonna do Roblox replicas of myself. And
Okay.
to help though. I'm gonna find somebody to help do the. Yemen suggested we use Roblox for the reenactment Wiggle space dancing.
Right. Yep. That's what I heard.
And Hadley's birthday is September 7th. I got a birthday video planned for her. It's from Wiggly Wiggly World. Haruka because I posted her as Atsuko.
Okay.
I found a perfect background of Dorothy's garden in cartoon form
Hmm.
from this deviant art user called Sean's Creations. It was a
Okay.
gallery for the Wiggles.
Cool. Yeah.
Okay. Glad you like
Yeah.
my blow me down video.
Mm.
Glad you like my blow me down video.
Yeah. I did love that video, and it was especially great adding the Peanuts characters as the pirates, and also the footage used for when Greg fell. It was very
Them laughing when Greg fell.
laughing. Yes.
I also had
Very creepy.
footage of Mickey and the gang as pirates, along
Yep.
with Captain Feathersword and his friendly pirate crew.
Right.
Remember when Captain Feathersword was blown off her? Like when the wind was heavy. Captain Feathersword was
Mhm.
heavy. I hope that you liked the my latest videos of the Peanuts characters and Dorothy.
I just saw those this morning when I woke up. I went on Instagram, saw you did the one for the Spanish version, and you did the one from Yummy Yummy 98. I saw that you used that song footage for that.
And I cropped Dorothy. Well, I added did the one with Lucy and my outside turning to see that Dorothy was in their gardens eating all the roses. The
Hmm.
part is pointing to Dorothy saying, "It's Dorothy." I'm glad you liked my 2006 video of Green video Wags the Dog from 2006 with that guy Lucas Bradley as Wags 'cause he made the costume. I told him he
Yeah,
should,
that looked so amazing. He did very well on that costume. It looks awesome.
yeah. And I also I couldn't resist at doing a video test of Sally and Lucy making a cameo saying, "Oh me, oh me, oh my, he barks all day and night" on their high voices.
Yeah, yeah, it works well. Yep. So anyway, I'm gonna be doing another video, not a video update, but a album update because recently I got 15 new albums from the Wiggles that just arrived. I'm waiting for one more, but I got the other 14 actually right here on my dresser here. Most of them are from the OG Wiggles. Some are from the Emma era of the Wiggles. Some are Sam, and two of them are Sahai and the Fruit Salad TV Wiggles. So.
What videos from what songs from what albums from the Sam Wiggles? I mean the OG Wiggles.
Well, I don't want to give too much of a spoiler, but I will say what year they came from. One album came from 2007, one came from 2011, and hold on, I'm looking closely, and I'm oh wait, no, I'm just waiting for the other Sam one from 2011. It'll be here on the 4th, on
Lily
August 4th.
Baby and It's Always Christmas to You.
No, not always. No, it's not a Christmas album.
Ukulele Baby,
No, no.
Big Birthday.
There you go. You got it. That's the only one I'm waiting for right now. But the rest of them I have right here. Three from Emma and two with Sahai and the fruit salad, and of course the rest are mostly the OGs. So
I found on this Warner Home Video copy of I Want a Dog for Christmas, Charlie Brown. The
that was
trailer for a Wiggles DVD is part of the opening previews. It's one of the second previews after a DVD preview for a Charlie Brown 60s and 70s collection. And it's a song video from the Sam era that you and I know. It's a video the Sam era it's the Sam era of the Wiggles did about animals. The
go
Wiggles,
on.
we know that in that video, the Wiggles wore the Elvis suits for Lion is King.
Yeah.
But the red music
Yep.
note strap applies for the red music note strap applies for it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And when you see the big red car on stage, I do. I'm glad to get your comment on my latest remake of Wake Up Jeff from Series 4.
Mm-hmm.
I used the real Forrest from Series 4, and I had Mickey and the gang in their pajamas because Corey often asked that.
Okay.
And I added pictures of the Wiggly friends, and you brought. And when I did Wags bouncing around the Christmas tree with me. And I was, you saw me, it looks, and you saw me transitioning on the tree, like in the real
Mm-hmm.
music video.
Yep.
The backgrounds, it is in Mickey's Clubhouse and it is Christmas time in that photo.
Mm-hmm.
I got the background from Elizabeth, so I gotta thank Elizabeth for that. And by the way, she told me to tell you that she got a toy accordion.
Yeah, I know. She actually already showed me.
Did
We
you hear
did a
about
chat. We did a chat together, and she actually showed me how she played it, and yeah.
and did you did you know that Rolf Harris passed in
I did. I did hear. Yep. I not only him, but I also heard that Joy McKean, wife of Slim Dusty, she had also passed.
Yes, and I should hopefully you
And
remember that video clip I did
yeah.
of myself as the Sam Wiggles doing the vocalizing parts for the opening to "You Make Me Feel Like Dancing" in the different outfits.
Mm-hmm. I kind of am shocked though. The Wiggles only did one song with her, with Joy, and that was on the Wiggletown video and album. The I can't pronounce that one word. It's hard to figure it out. I do have the album with that song. I'm gonna quickly look at it. Okay. I think it's pronounced the Jim Kahana Yodel, if that's right. I'm not sure, but the Jim Kahana Yodel. I think that's what it is.
Perfect shots of the Peanuts character sitting down from the Snoopy show. I don't know if you've seen it on Apple TV Plus.
No, no, I didn't see that series on that. Hmm.
I checked it out on Watch Cartoon Online, and it seems pretty good.
Hmm. Pretty interesting. Um, Now I think I remember telling you I went to Seattle last week, and that was a very fun trip for a week. One of the funniest things I did was I went to this pop culture and music museum. And in the music museum, they had sound rooms and where you could play some instruments and practice. And they also had like different types of ways you could play all the instruments. Like they had different types of music that you could play on them and everything. When I went into the recording room, I played Five Little Joeys on the drums.
That's great.
I don't know if any of my family members filmed it or not, but I know someone took pictures, but I don't know if they got video. But I was really trying hard, like with the I tried really hard on that, and it took me a while, but I finally got the rhythm in sync, and I was able to get the cymbals right, and keep the drumming in line, and it was very fun.
Thinking that if I meant to ask you, how would you like to be Leo Sayer for my dancing video if you make me feel like dancing?
That would be fun, but I got to figure out what kind of costume I should wear. I mean, I don't have anything fancy like what he wore in that video, so I'm gonna have to
You can just wear.
order order something online to come in and just so I could put that on for the song. But when I get the costume, I'll tell you, and then I'll get started to filming.
Okay, and when you saw my videos of Lucy dancing to Bitty Bomb and Wiggle Groove, Anthony added my video of Lucy dancing to Wiggle Groove in his story. And
Oh, it was awesome.
when you saw Sally, and when Mom and I are planning to go to Dorney Park in Wildwater Kingdom after I come back from my 2-week trip to Vermont. In case you didn't know, as of August 5th, I'm going to Vermont with my family for 2 weeks.
It's interesting. I have another future family trip coming up too because my cousin Lainey, she has Down syndrome. She will be having a graduation party because she's going to be graduating high school, I think next year, and her graduation party is going to be in California.
That's where Disneyland and Knott's Berry Farm is. That's
Yeah,
where
I don't know if we'll be heading down there for that, but there's two things I do want to do if we do get a chance. I do want to see if I can get into Disneyland because that would be fun. But there's another thing I want to do. I want to get my picture taken in front of the Hollywood sign,
yeah.
and that would be extra cool.
And when you saw my photo of the Latin American Wiggles with Charlie Brown, what did you make of it?
I did think it was pretty cool.
Charlie Brown in the middle with the Latin American Wiggles on both sides.
Hmm. Yes, that was very interesting.
When I redid Toot Toot from Series 4, with the turtleneck and the new steering wheel, did you like the part where I fell asleep as Jeff?
Yes.
And did you woke him up and you woke him up after the Wiggles and call out, "Wake up, Jeff!"
Hmm.
I still got that steering wheel. Here is the steering wheel. I got the red cover. I ordered the red steering wheel cover on Amazon.
Right. Hmm.
I'm glad you loved that birthday video I did of myself as the Wiggles singing "Happy Birthday" while sitting in the big red car.
It was wonderful.
I'm glad it was.
Hmm. Yep. I actually have a couple of birthday videos coming up for my channel anyway. Like I already told you about the one for Corey's mom, which was Tabanaba. I'll be doing another birthday video. I'm going to be doing picking flowers from Top of the Tots. I'm going to be doing Five Little Ducks from the Big Show in '97. And I'm going to be doing Our Boat is Rocking on the Sea from 1995.
This is driving the big red car. When you saw me, when I did that makeup, when you saw that, how did you like that makeup? The clip I did of the John Wiggles getting makeup from the Mickey Mouse characters while sitting in the big red car.
That was pretty good.
It took me a while to adjust the speeds in my video editing program on my phone.
Right, because that thing goes fast. Like, as soon as the car pulls up, they start, getting two of them, and the other two get it, and then they drive off to where they got to park in order to get on the scooters.
Uh, if I if I slow that down, if I slowed it down a little bit, you could see that you would see I would be able to do it the right. I did that video of the John Wiggles driving or turning around a corner in Toontown in Disneyville in Toontown
Mhm.
and turn driving down the street in Toontown where there were no cars, where you couldn't see any cars.
Okay.
And Greg turned a corner and Anthony drew a remote on the wall to
Okay.
open a tunnel. And we drove right in. I did and I did lights, camera, action, Wiggles from series 3.
Yes, you did. And that was very impressive.
What was your What'd you like about it?
I did like that little song title. I love they added the peanuts for when the kids shouted "Wiggles." And that was a good touch though. That was a good one.
I'm glad it was I'm also planning to do the cowboy shirts. So
Yep. Also in the future, I'm going to be doing another dancing video. Now, this song never had a music video, but I'm going to be doing it my own way. Do you remember the song "Wahoo Hey, I'm Combing My Hair Today"?
no, I not really.
It was from the Toot Toot album.
I
It
found
was
out
never
I was
it was never made into a music video, but I'm going to make my own version. If you remember the mirrors that they did for Los Wiggles version of "I Look in the Mirror," I'm going to be putting those in. Only I'm gonna get my comb. I'm going to be each Wiggle combing my hair, and then there's also going to be parts of me in Wiggle House, playing some instruments just to keep it, like in a different way. And that's just a few bits of the planning, but I'm pretty sure I'll think of something more when I get
that footage
into
of the
film.
peanuts in the spaceship from the NASA space station. I'm thinking about using that for parts when Murray's inside the spaceship for walking on the moon
Ah.
from 2006.
Mhm. Mm, 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 mm.
I also did Do the Owl from series 5 and Splish Splash Big Red Boat.
Mhm.
Yeah. How'd you like how I was playing the drums as Greg?
Yeah. For
I
me, it took 3 takes for me on filming for Greg for that one. For the scenes at the beach when he's playing the drums, it took me about 3 takes, but I was able to use third take for when I put it all together. Um, I had to make sure the drumming was right, so I had to make sure it was on the right set of drums. I had to make sure I hit the cymbals at the right moment. I had to make sure everything was exactly the way it should have looked.
also posted the 4-piece drum set from Hoop to Do It's a Wiggly Party and You'll Be Wiggling.
Hmm.
I also posted I also posted the background for Swim Henry Swim.
Hmm. By the way, it was a pleasure editing the Peanuts characters for that for you. It was
Thank
it
you.
was, it
I'm
was fun.
glad. Thank you for
It
that.
took 3 hours, but I was able to put it all together.
I'm glad you were able to do it. I was driving the big red car around Network Wiggle, and you saw us driving inside the Network Wiggle studio. Let's see if I can be able. Let's see how good I'm able at good I am to slow this down. If I could slow this down, but mute the sound for when the Wiggles get their makeup on, then you would see how fast and easy it would go driving down the road and driving around. I think I should add I think I should add the door. You guys should add more door at the big red car parking space. If you saw the big far with me is the Wiggles parking the big red car inside the backstage, parking the big red car inside the House of Mouse backstage in the parking space.
Yep.
Might put a sign that says reserved for the Wiggles.
Yep. That sounds right.
Reserved for the big red car. Let's say that we're dry. Or say that while I when I'm driving the plywood. I'm playing I'm gonna drive on the big red car ride down the when you saw that video of the Snoopy and the kids, the Peanut Snoopy and the Peanuts characters jumping down the street during the as Greg sang, "Jump everywhere."
Yeah. That was funny.
I thought you could add it. I was thinking maybe you could add it too for your dance video of Walk. I also did it in Spanish with the Latin with Fernando's voice.
Gotcha.
I love Fernando's for singing in the Latin American Wiggles.
Hmm.
And what is about the videos I did of Lucy tearing up to Fernando singing Georgia's song and Zoe singing Mitten the Kitten?
Those are just those are very beautiful songs. They are well sung. They had perfect music, and it is a type of song and singing that can put a tear to your eye after hearing it. It's like hearing a beautiful concert or a beautiful opera singer after she or he's done singing.
Yes.
I mean, I've been to the opera once, and it did bring a tear to my eye after hearing the singing. Uh, it was beautiful performance, and sometimes even musicals get me that way.
Yes. When we
There
were
we
driving the bigger car around in the House of Mouse. Yes, and they also had black and purple. They also had the black and purple straps with the silver or white music notes,
go. Hmm.
didn't they? Did you remember that?
Hmm.
I found that this. I think I might use this Levi strap for the black music note strap. I'm gonna put white music silver music notes on this thing. Then I'm gonna iron. I'm gonna do the same for the purple, but I'm gonna one of these followers of mine says that I need a purple clip lock strap.
Oh.
It's like Caddy and Danny used.
Mm.
When I when I did Where's Jeff from the Santa's Rockin' concert, you noticed that I was wearing the headset and I had the splint for Anthony.
Hmm.
I was wandering to running to the House of Mouse as Jeff in the audience. So I was driving around, and then I was driving around to the so they drive at the big red car on stage. When I posted when I drove the big red car on stage in 2000, when the Wiggles did, do you know the Wiggles were on live with Kelly and Regis?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
The only footage that was uploaded was the one with Sam.
Right. Hmm.
I hope someone finds the one with Greg. I hope someone finds the one from 2004 with Greg, Murray, and Jeff and Anthony.
Yeah. What do you think is the rarest performance the Wiggles have ever done on a show like a show like theirs, or like a morning show, a late night show? Like they made a special appearance to talk about a tour, talk about a new video. They perform maybe one or two songs. Which one do you think is the most rare?
The one with Craig Ferguson, I guess. Craig
Hmm.
Ferguson, I guess.
Hmm. To me, I think the one I love the most is when they performed "We're the Cowboys" after because they were promoting Cold Spaghetti Western when it was released in 2004.
Hmm.
They actually put on their cowboy outfits, and Mari brought his acoustic. Jeff brought over the bouzouki, and they started performing "We're the Cowboys" live on Sunrise.
Hmm. I found out the Wiggles were also on Good Morning America.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, they were huge back in that day.
Yes, they were. Jeff's 70 now, isn't he?
Yeah, he's now 70, the oldest member of the Wiggles ever to exist. But he can still dance and sing.
Yeah. I was laughing myself when the Wiggles when I saw myself. The famous character was laughing at Greg when he fell. You thought that was a good touch.
Because it was funny and it made sense.
But I didn't fall backwards like you did in yours.
Yeah, no, the way I did it was like when I did mine, I did it in a way just like it'd be funny if like I was like when I hit my head on the ground and I said, "Oh, thanks." Like it was like and going unconscious now. It was supposed to be like just a funny thing. I mean, the Wiggles are funny people, so it makes sense. I thought it made sense to do that just to get a laugh.
You saw me shrugging and smiling at the end.
Yeah.
While sitting on the ground after being blown over.
Yep. It reminds me of Vivi when she was blown down by Captain Feathersword.
I was driving the plywood bigger car. Jeff during two. As Jeff during We Like to Say Hello for 96.
Mm-hmm.
Saw I had a character waving. When I redid 2-2 from series 4. Also, in my remake of the series 4 version of 2-2, I had Peanuts characters waving for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
And then you saw the Wiggly Friends.
Mm-hmm.
I was driving a car around in the studio.
Yep.
The Peanuts movie. Remember when I was asleep? Yeah. Remember in Wiggly World? I'm trying. Let's say that I'm falling. Let's say that I'm asleep. Let's say that I'm having a. Remember when Linus was having a birthday and the video was, it was my best birthday ever, Charlie Brown.
Yeah, I think I remember that. Yeah.
I checked it out on YouTube and it seems pretty good to me.
Okay.
The big red car. When you saw my video of Greg and Lucy saying, starting with Lucy saying, the size of a mouse's ear, then cut to Greg saying, is way too small. And doesn't that make sense, doesn't it? The size of a mouse's ear is way too small.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was able to trim Greg saying, that umbrella to the park is way too small. It's way too small for you. It's way too small. That small umbrella wouldn't keep Murray dry.
No, it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't.
Like Peppermint Patty wears sandals, doesn't she? And
Mm-hmm.
they won't keep her feet dry from the rain.
No, no, they won't.
They'll give her feet a nice tan when it's hot, when it's summer.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not going to keep her feet dry from the rain. She needs more appropriate rain boots.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember this from the famous movie? No dogs allowed. No dogs allowed. That's what Franklin said to Snoopy before slamming the door in his face.
Yep. Dogs weren't allowed in school.
Dogs are forbidden in the school. That's against the rules.
Unless they're a seeing eye dog, then they
What?
can't be allowed.
What?
Unless
Unless
unless, unless they're a seeing eye dog. You know, like say there's a
watchdog?
like there's a blind kid and the dog helps you navigate where you gotta go.
Unless they're a guide dog?
Yeah, unless they're a guide dog, because then they can help you where you need to go. You know? I see, I actually passed by maybe four people in my life who were blind. Two of them were actually kids, and they had to use a guard dog. Oh, well, not a guard dog, like a seeing eye dog, just to navigate where they gotta go.
Yeah. When I was driving off the road, when I was driving and into that tunnel, you saw me driving through and into the. I wonder how they did this. I've been trying to figure out how they did the spiral segments with the big red car.
Oh yeah, from series three. Yeah, those are interesting little skits. Like I don't know, maybe 5 seconds. Those I wonder exactly how that worked because I mean that looks really and cool.
I thought I
It,
was intrigued by that. I was like, how did they do that?
I know. I especially like the big red car bounces a little bit, and then the like Murray goes like this,
Or moving his
Greg
arms like Henry.
does this, and Jeff does this, and then
And then
yeah,
the other one where the Wiggles are doing the wiggly fingers.
yeah, and then
Oh,
there's one that's like, whoa, whoa.
like if they're on a roller coaster.
Yeah,
The one with them getting sucked in made me think of
yep.
Edna saying, "Splashdown, sucked into a vortex. No capes." Remember that line from The Incredibles?
From The
No
Incredibles.
cape.
Yeah, no
No
capes,
cape.
no capes.
And Syndrome having a cape brought red flags that something bad could happen, like something bad would happen later
Yeah,
on.
yeah. You can't always. I don't think now a lot of superheroes have capes, but I don't think a cape would be useful if it's near anything bad. Uh, like wearing a cape can be problematic too. Like if you're in a fight, a bad guy can grab your cape, but then you can just clip it off or unclip it. But if it's near like a jet, electricity, or anything like that, I wouldn't wear a cape.
Nope. Have you seen Jane? Have you and your family gone back to Michigan's adventure this year?
I'm not sure if we are going to. Uh, we haven't been back right like now, but if there's a little bit of summer left, so maybe if we have enough money and a chance, we can go. But right now, we're not sure.
If you want,
Certainly can't
would
go
you
right
also want to
now.
meet Sally? You've
I
gone
mean,
back to
I
meet
do want
every
to.
other Pants character, including Sally, Lucy, and Linus and
Yeah,
Franklin.
I do. Yeah,
What about Franklin?
yeah, absolutely.
I found out that Franklin was created after Dr. King passed.
Ah, yeah. Okay, I got that. Yep. Um,
The kids remember that scene in the Pants movie where Lucy gets licked by Snoopy after she gets angry with him for doing a shadow puppet mocking her.
yes,
I got
yes.
I it was she actually did it on the recording sessions too. Hadley's voice actress, Lucy's voice actress, Hadley Miller, did that too.
Yeah, I remember that. That was funny.
Oh,
Um,
really?
yeah, I remember in the old videos and cartoons that did happen between her and Snoopy. Like, anytime she gets mad at him, like, I ought to slug you. I've been kissed by a dog. I have dog too.
One flying ace had never been so close to his lifelong enemy, Charlie Brown. I hate to admit, turned upside down, blockhead. But public opinion, nickels, nickels. What a beautiful sound.
You see the best part about I also made you see what makes it more fun. I made her a wiggly dancer too.
Oh, really? Wow,
Yeah.
that's something.
I added her in my remake of Wake Up Jeff in series 4 when I was a wiggly
Ah,
dancer.
that's what it was. Okay.
I upgraded the dancer coat.
Mhm.
Upgraded the dancer coat. Just so it looks
All
like
right. Yeah,
look.
it looks awesome.
Do you think I should also do the sleeves?
I think so. Maybe.
Maybe I should do the sleeves.
Mhm.
And how'd you like Cole's video of play your guitar with Cole Wiggles cover video of play your guitar with Murray?
Yeah.
Remember that scene of Play It Again, Charlie Brown, when Lucy kissed Schroeder?
Yep. Yep.
Oh. And Schroeder said almost the same identical thing that Lucy said when she got kissed by a dog.
Yep.
Like, I've been poisoned. I've been poisoned. Get some iodine. Get some hot water. Then Lucy becomes crabby. All he wants to do is marry Schroeder. Have you seen that? Have you seen that? Have you seen that? Oh yeah. I'm trying to think. What was I gonna say? What was I? I'm trying to. Ah. Have you seen that one where they Have you seen that have you seen that one with have you seen that Happiness is a Warm Blanket, Charlie Brown, where Linus stands up for his blanket and
Yeah.
wants to
Yes.
rip it?
I saw that. It aired on TV. I've seen it on YouTube. I've seen clips on YouTube, but I've also seen it online. I personally like that video. And when he stood up for himself, yeah, for like he needs his blanket.
Do you think that Lucy might have a mood and behavior disorder?
Yeah.
Lucy has had, quote, rage moments, anger problems her whole life. Imagine at 4 years old, she grabs Pluto by the tail, swinging him around until he whines in pain, and swings him around until he whines in pain. I bet Mickey wouldn't be happy about that. I bet Mickey would be happy about that.
No.
Then she would be banned from visiting Pluto until Pluto feels better. So Pluto's tail gets better. Stop! And until he whines and then she tries even more dangerous. Imagine Lucy sneaks attack onto my chair. I sit down. See? I walk up to Lucy, grab her by the ear, and drag her down to the principal's office. Let's say that you were the principal, and you say, John, don't Johnny me. This little girl is guilty. You say to Mr. Van Pelt, you and your daughter can go now, Mr. Van Pelt. You and your girl can go now. You and your daughter can go now, sir. I apologize for the trouble. I ask, you're letting her go again? She's guilty. You can see on her smug little face, guilty. I say guilty. Well, Jane, we have less than 2 minutes left, so I'll see you in the next part in about 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm. There we go.
The best part, Jaden, about that recording video I showed you of Hadley voicing Lucy.
Mm-hmm.
Did you like the sound of her voice?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The way she said those lines just was priceless. Not priceless. You said to me, seeing Captain Feathersword in the baby costume was hilarious, especially the crying face he made.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go before I film my next video. I'm gonna give myself a nice clean shave.
Okay.
Look snazzy.
Yeah, I would want to make sure before I even dance, I want to make sure this is shaved off before I do a video. So
I fall asleep at Jeff in the back.
I'm also gonna get a haircut sometime this week before I start filming too. So I'm also gonna get most of this gone. The sides and the back mostly gone. So want to make sure I have short enough hair so it doesn't get near my eyes, and also I'm just gonna get a good shortcut, something that I had when I did my last few videos.
When I saw the Wiggles in the big red car driving around, and Lucy Van Pelt has made me. When Anthony, did you see that Anthony liked my video of Lucy dancing to Wiggle Groove?
Yeah, I did see that. That was awesome.
And you saw what he commented?
Yeah.
Great one, John.
Yeah, that was awesome.
When he saw my first blue Wiggles skivvy turtle. I saw my first blue Wiggles turtleneck skivvy.
Yep.
And with the embroidered logo, while wearing the striped pants and belt, he commented, "Fantastic, John."
Wow. Yeah, you got something from Anthony. It's funny. I got now I didn't get comments, but I did get likes. Jeff liked my birthday message that I gave him on Instagram, and Katarina liked a message that I gave to her.
That's great.
I thought it was awesome that that they both like them.
Yeah.
Now, this little statue here is when I was in Seattle, I went to the very top of this building. It's the Space Needle, and I went to this top part right here of the actual building, and I was right outside looking at the view from everywhere.
It was sure was a high elevation.
Yep. The middle thing here is like an elevator that takes you all the way up there. And basically, yeah, you walk, for the real building, you walk this way, and then you walk to the second floor, because that's when you get all the way up there. It's a very interesting building.
Yes, when I was driving the big red car, it's great. You remember this blue music note strap I made?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And you saw my videos of the Peanuts characters dancing with the Latin American Wiggles too. You make me too better when I'm dancing by Megan Trainor. She actually, did you know she wrote that song for the movie?
Yeah, I did know that. Yeah.
I love the song. Yeah.
After hearing that song from that movie, I couldn't stop listening to that song. It was such a catchy song.
Like I did it I mixed it with the Latin American Wiggles dancing to it.
Yeah,
I think with the OG Wiggles dancing to it. Mix it with the OG Wiggles dancing too.
Mm-hmm.
Like in the footage of them dancing in the Wiggle House lounge room from Series 5.
Mm-hmm.
And then just I think I should do Wiggle Groove from Series 4, Wiggle Groove with those Peanuts for my remake of Wiggle Groove from Series 4. Should I add those Peanuts characters?
Maybe you can, yeah.
Peppermint Patty's template was tricky when I made it in Video Leap.
Mm.
But I was able to remove the blue background and remove the shadow, the shadow.
Gotcha.
When you saw my video of Lucy and Sally dancing to "You Make Me Feel Like Dancing" in the disco background. And I was thinking for Leo Sayer, you could use a dress shirt and some dress pants.
I do got dress pants, so I can find a good shirt to wear. I think I actually got one.
If you can, and
let me
without the blazer.
Let me find it real quick, and just maybe it might work. All right, let me see here.
Straps the Wiggles wore. The Wiggles use the music.
I think this one could work. What do you think? How about this one?
That looks great. I think it looks great.
Yeah,
that looks great.
Yeah, I think this could work. All right, got my shirt.
You'll
I
see
got in the closet.
Here's the Wiggles doing. I want to dance the night away.
You make me feel like dancing.
You'll see me as Jeff. You see me as the Wiggles dancing in separate shots. And
Right.
when I did that clip of the Wiggles dance, Wiggles vocalizing, put the Peanuts characters dance in the background. Did you like how I did my own silhouettes?
Yes, very, very nice.
You want to know? I don't know. Here's how I did that. I set the in Wii video. I used the video. I used I set the brightness and contrast levels to 100.
Mm-hmm.
The brightness and contrast levels to 100. And Jane, if you plan to do a Sam era video next, like I drive the big rig, I can do a perfect template of Sam for I drive the big red car. because you know I got that yellow Santa skivvy that I wore for. I just can't sleep on Christmas Eve. Your dance video of it when you
Yep.
asked Sam. Yeah.
Okay.
You remember
Yeah,
this?
to be honest, I Drive the Big Red Car is actually my brother's favorite song, and his birthday will be next year, and I'm actually going to do that song for his birthday. So,
And I can edit I'm gonna put this all together. I'm gonna put this all together. I'm gonna animate the background too.
cool.
I got the black steering wheel too.
Mhm.
Still got the black steering wheel that I used for the yellow windshield big red car. We like to say hello. Let's go. We're riding in the big red car from the Latin American Wiggles and from Series 5.
Right.
And when I do my cover video, when I do play guitar with we do play guitar with Anto and my new blue skivvy.
I was actually going to ask you, what did you think when that song came out? What were your feelings about
Rock. It was a rock. It was a smash hit.
it? I thought it was cool too.
It rocked.
Honestly, I don't. Honestly, if the original Wiggles do get back together at some point, and if they were to do a Play Your Guitar With song, I wonder if they could do Murray and Anthony together. That'd be a cool collaboration.
Yeah.
And I love that he wore that like it was that outfit that they wore in 2007 when they were touring. Like when Dorothy came out to do the Rum Bumpa Stomp and the Ooby Doo.
Yeah.
And even for some shows where they did it for Play Your Guitar with Murray, I remember they wore those. That was actually pretty cool.
And I remember when I saw the Pop Go the Wiggle show, they wore the Beatles costumes they wore for Shimmy Shake.
Yeah, they did that for the Pop Go the Wiggle show. They did it for the You Make Me Feel Like Dancing tour. I remember that's what they did.
No Bananas concert.
I think so. I'm gonna have
Remember,
to look back at that footage.
I'm gonna have to have, when I do the live versions of Play Your Guitar with Murray, I'm gonna need somebody to make a 3D model of a 3D mesh of a Murray balloon so I can animate it going up and then falling down.
Yep.
Yeah. When I do I listen to the international instrumental for the Ooby Doo, and it's great.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And I know the San Diego show, Greg played the keyboard on that song.
I mean, the international instrumental was seen when Greg did it for the Sailing Around the World tour, and when Sam used it for the Racing to the Rainbow show.
The only version of that I listen to is the one from the Wiggles. The Wiggles. One Wiggles.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go quickly get a drink.
Okay, I'm just looking for that my yellow short sleeve skivvy. My yellow short sleeve. What are you doing?
Dinosaur, come on and dance the Ooby Doo with Dorothy, the dinosaur.
I'm driving the big red car. Oh, found it. It was in the bag with I have my 97 skivvies in. Here it is. I got the blue outline
Yep.
logo, just like Greg's real one.
Looks really good.
I wonder why Greg played the keyboard on that in the San Diego show, in the Something Around the World show. Because the question he was answering about what his favorite song to perform with the group was, when they performed Dancing in the Sand on stage, near the end of his time with the Wiggles, he wasn't feeling real fit, so he played bass on the song.
Wait, who did?
Greg.
Was this during the Sailing Around the World tour, or was this the or the reunion tour?
Sailing Around the World.
Okay. Yeah, I did know, like, on the video release of Wiggle Dancing Live in the USA, I saw that he did play the bass for that song.
Real perfect bass to use for when I do it. I do that. That year, the San Diego Wiggles did perform San Diego during the Sailing Around the World tour was 2006, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
And Greg, I'll bet Greg didn't want to collapse during,
Mm-hmm.
so he played the keyboard.
Right. He mostly played the acoustic guitar and Jeff's keyboard, or that bass for a couple songs.
Don't forget the Rosie keyboard.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Remember I got
mean,
the 1997 skivvy done.
Yep, that looks really sharp and cool.
It's the same shade as Anthony's real one, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Very nice.
First I dyed it with sapphire, then I apply fixative to it, and then I used red color remover to remove the color but keep the blue thread. Then I mixed a full bottle of aquamarine and a quarter bottle of royal blue.
Mm.
That's how I got it blue. That's how I made it look like Anthony's real one.
Mm.
Remember the thing the Wiggles do when they're on stage driving the big red car? Mom's gonna get a new drill for her for the saw so she can drill a hole in the stand for the new 2-spoke steering wheel. Remember seeing that? So I can do redo two Chugga Chugga Bigger Car live, both the San Diego and the Connecticut shows. I'm driving the big red cow. Here's the yellow turtle like I just brightened it up with some iron out rust remover in the sink. I poured a little rust remover in the sink. And I put some. That's just because last time you saw it, it was dark, so I used rust iron on remover to make it brighter.
Mm.
And when you get your turtlenecks and the dye,
right. Yep.
Mitchell will get. I'll get a formula for you for each for the yellow and blue ones.
Thank you.
When you get the blue one, when you get the yellow one all done,
Mm-hmm.
it hopefully should look like Briggs' real one.
Yep.
I'm working on get real the Broder logos that look like Greg's real logo. I got a picture of the logo. I remember I got an actual picture of the logo. I'll pull it up on my phone. I'll pull it up on my phone in case if you want to see. I'll pull it up on my phone.
Okay.
I'll pull it up on my phone. I'm gonna see if I can. This is the. Okay, here's the logo.
Oh, yep. Okay.
The logo, it's got two separate borders.
Yep, I see it.
Yeah, indeed. When I was driving the big rig. Yeah. Lucy's such a party pooper, isn't she?
Yeah.
She's kind of like Grumpy and Snow White.
Exactly.
I'd say, don't listen to that old warthog. And then you and I, we all come. We all come. Then the peanuts, then me and all the other peanuts characters come around, gather around where Lucy's sitting. I say, "Get her!" And then we tackle her. And we tackle her. Hey, let go! Get her to the top. 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 Come on, everyone, get her to the top. Get her to the top. Get her to the. Hang her. Get her. Don't get out. No. And Snoopy tries help, but
yeah, I remember that.
And so accidentally falls, sending Snoopy lying into me. And then we both roll backwards. And Snoopy seemed like he'd be like I'm let go of me, and I tell him get the soap.
Yep, I remember that because that was the song.
The penis characters are holding Lucy, like holding her legs and her arms.
Yep.
Pouring water. I'm holding a bucket. I climb up on a ladder, and I pour water onto Lucy's head. And then you start scrubbing Lucy's head. Ow, ow, ow. And then you grab Lucy's nose and lift it up so I could brush it, so I could do her teeth. Now scrub good and hard. Again. Then Peppermint Patty scrub her face. So it can't be the night, and that she'll look very. It can't be the night that she'll look very slick as soon as she's dry. As soon as she's dry.
Yeah, I remember that. That was the washing song from Snow White.
She's dry. And we start putting bows in her hair. It smells
very funny.
The line smells Lucy's are. Smells like a petunia. He sure is. Then you put a flower necklace on Lucy's head. She sure is cute. Then you put a petunia in his hair. She sure clip a petunia. Yeah, to Lucy's on Lucy's hair. She sure is cute.
I remember that scene. It was very funny. I'm really excited for when that movie comes out in live action next year. I'm looking forward to seeing it.
I hope it comes on Disney Plus too.
Yeah, that too.
I've also got this Snoopy Come Home DVD, and my mother found that very disturbing. About that scene from Snoopy, especially that one specific scene that I remember sending you. It should be an eye opener. That it's not funny, that the kids and Snoopy are hurt.
Yep.
If somebody started laughing, if somebody started bringing laughter to it, the world would have known Charlie Brown as the crybaby blockhead. I'm sure you were hurt by the fact you could see I'm sure you were hurt by the distress in their faces.
Yeah, it was a pretty rough scene.
Disturbing.
Yeah.
Let's. This school they can learn the wiggle fun. I got Wiggles DVD. I still got Wiggles DVD on my shelf that you probably remember from the Christmas time.
Santa's rocking.
That's right. With the song featuring Noche de Paz with Fernandito, and Julio.
I wonder if they would ever return to a Wiggles video to film with them.
I hope so. I wonder too.
I remember Fernando Fernando's last video, Fernando Sr., his last video with them was You Make Me Feel Like Dancing, because he sang La Bamba with his son, and the Wiggles were playing their instruments and dancing along. But Fernando Jr., his last appearance was Sing a Song of Wiggles.
Play my accordion, Jeff.
And then Julio's last appearance was which was in Sailing Around the World because they were in the song Here We Go Mexico City.
I played Murray's acoustic guitar. Can you remember I was asleep? As Jack. Look back at the big red.
Once I get a sombrero, I'm actually going to do that song. Yeah, because when I get a sombrero, I'm going to do Numbers Rumba and Here We Go Mexico City.
You got a sombrero?
No, not yet. But when I do get it, those are two songs I'm going to do with it.
Okay, can you add Sally and Lucy with the mariachi dresses?
Yeah, I can do that. Yeah.
And about you still have the crown?
Hmm?
You still got the crown?
Yeah, the crown. It's right here. Yep, I'll grab it.
Can you use it for King Mondo? Can you also use the crown for King Mondo?
I believe I can. Just gotta get it untangled. Oops. Oops. These are really tangled. There we go. Okay. Just gotta get it unhooked. There we go. Got it. I am the king.
I'm sure you know. I remember that about that drum set Cole Wiggle used in his videos. I posted it on DeviantArt.
Oh, interesting.
I posted that on DeviantArt.
Oh.
I got a picture of it.
Oh, there we go. That's better. I didn't open these yet, but got these two new drumsticks here that I'll be doing in future videos when I play the drums.
Yeah. And here's the drum set I'm going to use for my video of Eagle Rock from Space Dancing.
Ah.
I think I might add Peanuts characters. I'm going to have footage of a bunch of people scream. I'm going to add animated people cheering and cheering for the week. And an overlay of people cheering. And I was thinking, how would you like to be King Mondo for it?
I would love to.
And I think I might do a shot of Sally and Lucy dancing in the shot where Anthony's playing the wiggly drum set with King. And Jaden, speaking of duets, when we know the Wiggles did Rocket Santa and Great Big Man in Red with John Fogerty.
That's right.
Photos of you as John Fogerty.
Yep. Yep.
Glad you like them.
I remember seeing those, and those did look really good.
Especially when I use them in my video of Rocket Santa.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say that when I see Lucy, let's say that Lucy sees a little boy impersonating Schroeder, and then she gets impressed and excited.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine Rerun's mother. Imagine Lucy's mother gets an email saying that the Wiggles Live is coming to their town, and she says, "Holy cow!" Because our kids love them. So she texts her husband. So she contacts her husband and tells him that she's buying tickets to a show
Mm-hmm.
in New York City at Times Square, Madison Square Garden. Good thing she asked.
Mm-hmm.
And they even get into a meet and greet. Yeah, I was glad to get your comment saying, "This looks cool. Thanks for having me as John Fogerty. You rock." And then I also posted that photo of Jeff playing keyboard, the Red Star. I also plan to make a cardboard Red Starry keyboard.
Oh, that's cool.
I just need to figure out how many keys there are. I was gonna follow a pattern.
Oh, hold on. Just got a message from someone. Just give me a second. Oh, okay. All right.
I know. When I'm sweating, when the sun's if you haven't seen Birth of the Constitution from Peanuts, I'm sure you noticed that they were in Philadelphia.
Mm.
because I've been there. Not only on a field trip when I was back in eighth grade before Halloween, but also to see the Wiggles.
Yep. I remember seeing photos too. You
I
took
shared those photos with you. I shared an album with you.
Yep. That was very good photos.
I'm glad they were good photos.
Now, did you get any picture with any of the members or?
No, I didn't. They didn't have a meet and greet.
Oh,
I had a
yeah,
great time
because
with them. Yeah.
yeah, because when I saw pictures when Elizabeth went to a concert, she took a photo with Evie because she went out into the audience collecting stuff.
Yeah, I'm very happy for Elizabeth. Do you think I should do a photo of myself as the Wiggles holding Charlie Brown characters in our hands?
It'd be pretty funny.
I'm gonna need if anyone out there could help, could do a Roblox morph of me. I will send that. I will have them use the picture of my head from the shot of me as Anthony in the space dancing pose I uploaded on my DeviantArt, and then I will make sure they get it right. And when they're done, they will look. I will have them do the same for you, Gavin, and Ben.
Okay.
When you saw my cartoon Wiggles photo, when you saw my cartoon Wiggles Big Red Car photo, how'd you think? How'd you look? How did it look?
It looked very accurate.
My head took me a while to draw, and it took me a while to paint and draw, paint,
Yeah.
outline. I added cartoon Wiggles eyes and nose and mouths.
Yep. I knew you could do it though. I had faith.
Yes, and when I do a cartoon head of you, I'm gonna do it for when I'm
You know,
drawing.
I've been trying to do that for a while actually. I want to make an animation video, but I've been having a couple of times trying to find a perfect website or app to do animation with. Not sure which one I want to use.
Let's go for driving. I was in that
Do you have like a recommendation?
video on Videoly. That's if you take computer classes, they can teach you how to animate.
Well, I've taken classes before, but I was wondering if there's a website or an app I could use, like just to make a video of animation of some kind. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. You saw Lucy. Imagine Lucy. Imagine the penis character see Mike here. Imagine the penis kid. Let's say that remember that scene from the Simpsons where Homer was driving to work and then he took a bite into the burrito and it splattered onto the windshield.
Yep.
And he had to steer by the reflection of his watch. It's like, I can't see. I'll have to steer by the reflection of my phone. I'm in a black SUV. I'm in a black SUV. I hold my phone up to the side. I try to steer by the reflection. I pull up a mirror.
Mm-hmm.
I try to pull up a mirror. Like, oh, why would I just pull over? Hey! I steer around a corner. I can't stop. Little collectible toy jammed onto brake pedal. And I drive to the gate, to the barriers of the Charlie Brown school. And then the loudspeaker said, "Intruder detected. Calling local police." And then she said, "Line busy. Shutting down." Meanwhile, the kids are in class. And then they hear tires skidding on the floor. Tires skidding, and followed by a thud. And then they hear my voice yell, "Oh no, I hit the principal!" And then they see my black SUV smash through the wall, hit them, and crash into a wall, which makes the car finally stop. And they see the car plows into the gym. The car hits loose And the car hits the wall, which makes the car finally stop. Then he says, "Promise me you'll report." And as I get escorted out, the teacher yells at me, "Consider yourself fired!" And I get through. I say, "I had a car," and I throw out my car. And Lucy's let's say, Lucy's always wanting to marry Schroeder. Lucy's all over Schroeder. She wants to marry.
Mm-hmm.
She wants to marry him, doesn't she?
I mean, she does. Yeah, she's mentioned it so many times. There was even a song about it.
I didn't know there was a song about that.
There was a video of Charlie Brown called "You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown," and that whole video was songs in the entire video. They had like maybe over 15 songs sung by 5 of the Peanuts kids.
What?
Charlie Brown, Sally, Lucy, Linus, and Schroeder. Snoopy and Woodstock were in it, not for the singing for some parts, but the 7 of those Peanuts characters were there was a specific thing going on in that moment, and they were singing during that moment.
What about that moment? What about that scene? What about that scene in what about that scene in I Want a Dog for Christmas, Charlie Brown, where the Van Pelt children are on the sofa, and reruns explaining the thing, and then the reruns explaining what happened at school, and then Lucy asks, "What else did they say?" And then Lucy says, "I'm a celebrity." Then Linus giggles. Why does Lucy always? It's like it's 90% for me and 5% for you and 5% for you.
I remember that was one of my only Charlie Brown VHS tapes that I had, and I don't have it anymore, but that was one of the few I had. One was the Valentine's Day one. One was the Charlie Brown Christmas one. The other one was the Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. But the one I Want a Dog for Christmas was always my favorite.
Okay, especially with rerun.
Yeah, he didn't make a lot of appearances,
I wish
but
he made more appearances.
yeah, but when he had his moments, like either in video or TV episodes, I thought he did pretty well for his time.
He's Lucy and Linus's little brother.
That's right, and I think deep down he's more smart than the two of them. He knows exactly how to oversmart them.
He's caught. Let's say that I'm playing my video game. Let's say that I turn on my computer to play a video game, and Lucy turns to a different girl. She gets worked up and starts making strange noises. Itch, itch, whoo, whoo, whoo. And now she grabs on, and then Lucy's mother. Lucy's mother. I was running to the video and turns off the monitor. Closes my laptop. She says she doesn't permit Lucy to play video games. And the reason Lucy is so animated is because she never actually seen one before. Linus is always sucking his thumb while holding his blanket.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, his security blanket.
Remember those Invincible? Remember those Peanuts commercials and remember those MetLife commercials with Peanuts characters?
I think so. Yeah.
In 2016, I found the day I attended my first pep rally in high school, in my freshman year. I found out that after 31 years, MetLife ended its relationship with Snoopy, Charlie Brown, and other members of the Peanuts gang.
Hmm.
I started thinking we should do a hybrid animated series of Charlie Brown in real life. Charlie Brown and the animated Charlie Brown characters in the real world, with interacting with real humans.
It's an idea.
We need somebody to help animate the characters.
Right.
I have to when I record for the recording for the live shot recording. I'm gonna have to have somebody record. I have to have somebody say their line, say the character's lines behind the camera while I'm looking. I'm just looking at nothing. Well, I'm just looking at a make believe character, and then look at a make believe character or two. And then I say my line. I say maybe. Find out if an employee ever shows up. When I was driving in the big red car around the house mouse into the building through a tunnel, I couldn't resist doing that. Sally's always calling one as her sweet baboo.
Yeah, that's right.
Would you also want to meet Sally at Camp Snoopy?
Yeah, but I'm not getting called that.
You're not going to call Linus her sweet baboo?
No, I'll call Linus because that's his name. Especially even though he keeps saying, "I am not your sweet baboo."
I remember he said, "I'm not your sweet baboo. I'm not your future husband, and I don't care if you like me or not." Well, Jane, we have less than a minute, so
I think we should say our goodbyes. And well, John, I wish you all the best of luck with your future videos and the way you make your skivvies. And I hope you enjoy the rest of this summer.
Thank you.